rock this. Right. So we've got our one sanctuary, one disruption, and then our sideboard looks fine. We're running a lot of dragon claws because I don't like getting clobbered super hard. I mean, maybe it's right to just punt prowess, but I don't want a 2-3 leak, so I mean that might be where we're going, but we'll see. This deck plays pretty alright, so we shouldn't run into too many issues. Let's run it. I've been thinking about cleansing Wildfire on the board, but I don't know. I just haven't been able to convince myself that it's that much better than something like Ceremonious Rejection or the Disdainful Stroke. And even then, the one of those could be a third Gust if I really felt like it. But I think 2 Gust is just about where I want to be right now. Okay. This hand's pretty good. I'll keep it. Delver, we get to curve into a counterspell, potentially, or we could just go very aggressive with the dragon, and then we have answers to creatures and spells. So they went to 6. We'll see what they're on. I don't know. We can pray. Going to 6 is always going to be good for us. This looks like... Oh. Interesting. Here I was thinking Amulet had died. This Disruption's probably going to be very good next turn to counter a Dryad. So we're going to keep it up. Perfect, and we get to hold up Op too. Alright, let's... Bash for 3. An argument could be made that we let... Hey, what's up? We could just jam the... we could have jammed the Spread Dragon and then tried to disrupt something later, but I think this disruption is going to die very quickly as far as being a relevant spell against this deck. And I really just want to nab a... We could nab second Amulet here. I'm kind of just in the market to cash this guy in. And this could choke them on mana a little bit too. We'll see. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's all good. Let me make sure I didn't turn the sound off. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so they're exploring. Yeah, pretty dirtily though, with no extra... Yeah, so they got a Gruul Turf into play this turn. See if they have anything else. Explore again. Yeah, like they're really spinning their wheels here. Sure. Play a Scout. Yeah, I can do that. So we get to... We're probably going to Dragon, snag the Scout next turn. We'll see what we have on top, though. Sure. Okay, get an island. Dragon. It's just one of those heartwarming experiences when Amulet Titans on the back end. We do need to find a counterspell or something with this opt. We've got Deprives in here. We don't have any remans. I cut the 2 remans for the Disruption and a Sanctuary, which could be wrong, but... Okay, so they have Dryad. This is actually really scary for us. I think we're still probably in a fine spot, but we could be going to a very poor spot, depending on how things shape up. So we know they have a Gruul Turf in hand, and then they've got one unknown, and it could be Titan. And if it is, they can play it next turn. But that means they do not have a Cavern. Okay, so we're going to go... Let's draw... Alright, let's find our counterspell. Not quite what I had in mind. Alright. Yeah, I think we have to just jam everything here. And this is 8 damage. This puts them dead to bolt in the future. They probably search for, like, Valakut plus... Dude, what's that card called? I know what it's called. Radiant Fountain. But yeah, we'll see. We have no idea what's on top of our deck, because we just bottomed the Shoal and the Steam Vents. We're a little far away from Sanctuarying, but Burst Lightning's lethal off the top too, because we have the fifth land. We'll see. I'm willing to bet we just get Titan this turn, but the good thing is that Titan is not game over here, I don't think. They're just missing the lands to really, like, put us in the dirt, you know? I guess... Yeah, like, they don't get the Valakut triggers, right? I guess, oh, well, and now they have battlements. Yeah, this is disgusting. Yeah. Are we just dead? 8. No, we're not just dead. Oh, they have a second Valakut. Of course they do. This is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, whatever. There's nothing we could do there. Obviously, if I had the avenue to draw a counterspell, I would have much rather drawn one, but we did not draw it. Augusta's pretty good here. Stroke's pretty good. Shoal is fine. Sinkhole's fine. Lots of not exciting stuff. Like, a Braid is okay. It kills, I don't even think they're running Azusa anymore, but it does kill Scout, and it kills their, amulets, which are some of the most problematic things. Like, that's what allowed our opponent to kill us that game. Disruption is too medium in this matchup. I think Snag is fine here. It's possible Sinkhole's just a touch too slow. We'll keep in the Burst Lightnings. Pierce actually seems fine against this specific list that they're playing, because they're running so many Explorers. But that being said, I'm not too excited about Pierce here. And then I think we're just going to run the one Braid, because I don't want them to clutter my hand. And then we'll run something like this. We could also trim Snapcasters, but the extra pressure and redundancy on the burn is welcome. So yeah, trimmed a little bit of one CMC interaction. And a Sinkhole to run a couple more counter spells. So nothing too crazy. I'll try it like this. I'll play first. This is good. We have threats and we have counters, so we'll keep it. We even have a way of answering a resolved Thingamadoohickey. Unfortunately, we do not have any cantrips, so this hand is very clunky. We've got 5 2-drops, which is suboptimal, to say the least. Okay, well, let's fetch. We're gonna get our steam vents tapped. And I mean, I think the answer is honestly that we have to abrade this now. I mean, I'd love to play Sprite Dragon, but I think we get punished too hard if we let it resolve. Oh my god. I hate playing against amulets sometimes. Sometimes it's a free roll, we draw shoals, and we're just able to roll over them. But I get hands like this where it's like, I have threats, I have interaction, like, this is just to keep, you know? I could obviously mulligan towards something better, but I don't think I'm necessarily a whole lot more likely to win the game or anything. So we'll bash them for 1. We have threat plus interaction up. So if they jam their Dryad next turn, which I'm assuming they will, we can always snag it and then bolt them or something. And then if we draw a land, we can snag it and then hold up counter magic, which is awesome. If this is a Baloth, we really don't care. They're probably just going to play Dryad, though, is what I'd imagine. And this turf is just a little bit of extra mana. Yeah, so they play Dryad. They get to play an extra land, and then they might explore. We'll see. Okay, well, if this is a Veil of Summer, we're kind of clapped. Well, This is so awkward, our hand is only 2s, because we set it up with 2 pierces. Yeah, we're definitely staring down Titan mana next turn. I mean, we're kind of staring down Titan mana if they have fast land, or not bounce land plus Titan, even with just the amulet. Part of me really wants to snag this guy, but at the same time, like, if they have the Veil, we don't have an answer to that. We can't jam the Sprite Dragon, because we just lose to almost everything. So I feel like the correct play is to just beat for 1. And then hopefully we could make this boar at their end step or something. Like, go for a snag on this guy. But letting them untap with the Dryad feels absolutely atrocious. I hate it so much. I absolutely hate it. This card should not be a 2-4. If it was a 2-3, I'd have no issues with it at all. Sure. Yeah, so I don't think Baloth is really going to win them the game here. I think our life total might be relevant. I don't know. It's hard to tell. 17 is fine. It doesn't change the clock when it comes to Baloth, so we'll just take the 2. Let's see, so they're going to go to their end step, so we'll snag the Dryad, and then we'll bolt their face. We really need this to resolve. If they have Veil here, we just kind of lose on the spot. Okay, perfect. Okay, then we'll bolt them. Okay, so now we can actually win the game. From this position on. We really need another blue 1-drop. We need to start hitting lands, but... Okay, okay. So if they had Titan last turn, they could have jammed it. So I'm a little tempted to jam Sprite Dragon, but I'm going to be patient, because it's not going to net us a whole lot of damage. It's not really going to change our clock. It will a little bit. Definitely a little bit, but I think I'm comfortable in the position that we're at right now. The amount of pressure we have in play on... So we could just gust this. Yeah, I'm actually fine with gusting this. We have Shoal to insulate against... I need to see if they put this on top or bottom. So they put it on top. Okay, it tracks, it tracks. Yeah. So they hit us for 4. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got our 4/4 Sprite Dragon. And they let it swing back to us. So land would be great here. Perfect. Okay, so I'm definitely in the market of just jamming this other Sprite Dragon. And we're going to pray that this Deprive is good enough. If they do have that Veil, like if their hand right now is Veil, Titan, Growth Chamber, because we know that's a card in their hand, and then they draw their Dryad, we're completely clapped. And my intuition actually states that that probably is their hand. Sure. Shit. I hate the world so much. Like, maybe we're supposed to just deprive it because we can't beat it anyways? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's hard. I suppose we're supposed to deprive the Triad there. That might have been a little bit of a punt. I think I was playing too scared of the Veil. I just need to play into it and then just lose on my own terms. They had the Titan, sure. Whatever. Just concede. Alright. It's a rough start. Yeah, I think... I mean, definitely just deprive the stupid little Dryad. But it's just so hard. Like, there's no winning. If they have an amulet in play, they just completely outpace us with mana. I'd like creature. Okay, not like this. Okay, we're on the draw, and we have multiple. I think we're gonna keep this. Bottom the Burst Lightning. This hand is sketch, but I think it works. We'll see what they're playing. Okay. Is this 5-color elementals? I do not know. We'll find out. Okay, well, I'm in the market to just Serum Visions. Bottom, top. If they don't play anything, we could just cast a Young Pyromancer. Okay, I'm lost. This is some sort of loam deck. Or other such nonsense. Yeah, it looks like a Renin 6 Loam style deck. Wish. You know what? This might be Jeskai Ascendancy. I think... it's probably correct to show this. Hopefully they were casting that because they needed it to win the game. If we're against something like 5-color Niv with Omnath, we are completely fucking clapped if we tap out for the Environments or in the Ever removal. But if we're playing against something like Jeskai Ascendancy or some other combo deck that runs Glittering Wish, we need the threat in play. And I think I'm just going to take the risk. I don't think Niv runs Horizon Canopy and Tranquil Ticket. Not that JAC does either, but my instinct definitely tells me that this is a combo deck, you know? But we'll see. I'm either about to get clapped or get rewarded for having Pyromancer in play. It looks like we're getting rewarded, so they're going to wish again. No, this is Metamorphosis. I just don't know what they're playing. I'm going to be completely honest. Is this Belcher? I'm so confused. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can find a land drop. I mean, Deprive sounds appealing. I just don't know what they're playing. So I think we're going to top the Deprive, jam the Delver, and pass. Because land holding up these spells seems a lot worse. Yeah, so this is a cycling... oh my god. I've totally seen one of these. I don't know what its payoff is, though. Because I've definitely seen this deck before. This is not the first time. Okay, so yes, reveal. Okay, this helps us insulate against like a main deck Veil of Summer or something we might run across. But we've got a very solid clock at this point. Feeling very good. We even have Bolt for their end step. Not that it matters, we have lethal on board almost. Well, I guess we need the Bolt to present lethal. Yeah, Deprive plus Shoal pitching snag backup is nice. I mean, we're just going to let this resolve. The game's going to take longer, but if we counter this and then we let a Gristlebrand resolve, we might still end up losing, you know? Okay! Yeah. Wow, our opponent's in desperation mode. Yeah, we get to snag this, bolt them. And we're feeling alright. We lose the shoal angle, but that's fine. Yeah, so we still don't know what they're playing. I don't... Because this is a cycling deck, right? I just don't know... Like, what are you running that use that cyclers like that? These elemental tokens are fucking wonk, though. Has anybody ever seen these? These look like Selesnya tokens. I mean, we're winning, but I don't know what we're playing against. Yeah, we're not going to cast those. Checkmate. Easy collapse. Ah! What do you mean, opponent? They have no cards then! Alright. Dude, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go off the assumption that they're playing Neobrand. They've got green spells that are worth countering, so we're going to bring in that. I think Snag is the worst of our interaction here. It's okay. I feel like we got an unfair representation of Snag here, but I think it's very good against Allosaurus Rider. It's good against Gristlebrand himself. Yeah. I mean, Disruption is okay. I think I'm fine with keeping it in. I think Sinkhole is our worst card, and I think. I mean, honestly, it might just be Sinkhole Burst Lightning. Because we're not looking to kill any of their small creatures. So Burst Lightning's just a bad Lightning Bolt. And then we'll just run it like that. I don't want to compromise our cat, right? It's not what I want. Okay, I can get greedy, and I can mulligan this away. It's got a counterspell and a Delver. I guess we can mulligan towards like a free spell. Yeah, you'd always punish. Keep bottom. Sure. Whatever. Temple Garden. Tapped. Sure. Okay, so I guess my biggest question is what are the other colors for? Hey! I don't think we're gonna be tapping out for this young fireman, sorry. Also, what is this for? What is Glittering Wish for? The Glittering Wish is just more copies of Neobrand? Or Neoform? Seems bad. This is like a first draft Neoform list or something. Okay. Pass. It's so tempting. It's so tempting to jam a young Pyromancer here, but I'm not going to. Card can sit on the bench. Reveal, yes. Draw, no. Do not want that visions. Songs. Metamorphose? Sure. And I could deprive it. It just seems like too many colors. I just don't understand. For why, opponent? That's it? Oh! Oh! I think the only way we lose this game is if we tap out for a young Pyromancer and they somehow have like Pact of Negation. Okay, this is fine. So we'll let them Pact. Sure. Alright, opponent. Okay, I'm very glad. Alright, oh no, disaster, disaster! I'll keep it. Planes. Give sure. You're good, opponent. I mean, it happens. It happens. Sure. Okay, that's not good. This could be really bad for us. We'll see. We'll figure it out soon enough. Their sword comes online next turn. And there's nothing we could really do about that. We've got braids for game 2. Thing is we might be able to get in enough damage before sword takes over the game. The thing is these Delvers need to flip this turn, because if they don't flip this turn, we're in a very poor spot. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, I think Path is the only spell that's like relevant that we can really counter this turn. And I don't think it's better to just play the Young Pyromancer, because I think this 9 damage, like, we have to be able to race this sword, right? And it's coming down next turn. I'm actually fine with fetch shocking for Serum Visions, because if we find a bolt, we can really put the pressure on our opponent. Yeah, and we need a Steam Vents here so that we can Young Pyromancer plus bolt next turn. It's going to be really bad if they have Batter Skull plus 4th land. We pretty much can't beat that. Yeah. It's already going to be very difficult to beat just the sword. I say just the sword, but like this thing is fucking terrifying. Okay. See what they have. I mean, we hit them for 6, they go to 5. Yeah, so this is some sort of Death and Taxes deck. Which makes sense. Staticaster should be pretty good here because of like Flicker Wisp and stuff, but we haven't seen the rest of their deck. Yikes. 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 Okay, hit him for 6, put him to 5. This is a reasonable board presence. I really needed to hit a bolt in like one of these last 2 Serum Visions, but I have not had any luck. And it's not just bolt, like, Burst Lightning is great too. Snag is amazing. Just anything. I need something. As we have to get through this Mutavault, this Giver of Runes, and this Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge is going to be tapped, most likely. Oh, so they're like a white-green type of deck. Okay. So they swing for 3. Sure. Well, we can't block it. So they're taking 3. They're killing a Delver. That? Okay. Yeah? They punt this really hard? Flicker as fuck. Well, it comes in at the end step. This could just be lethal though, right? If we hit a bolt or a burst lightning or something here. Magic Guts. Alright. Alright. So we can Sanctuary something back to the top. That's just not going to get us anywhere. Let's opt. That doesn't do it. But it is alright. I think we just have to go for it. God fucking bless. Don't bolt the Flicker Wisp, but we're going to get clapped. So let's just go to combat. I think our opponent punted that. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Okay, let's go to game 2. Drake is pretty thick. Not sure if he's worth it here specifically. We'll see. So they're probably running Vile, which makes our counter spells worse. I think. We only need to make 2 cuts here, right? So we really probably just want to get rid of the pierces. That should be fine. It's possible Snapcaster's just worse than Drake here. Could try this. Staticaster's somewhat appealing, but I don't know their list, and I'd imagine Flicker Wisp is the only X1. I'm trying to rack my brain, but like they have so many 1-2s, you know, like they've got stuff that's just out of Staticaster's reach. So I think we're gonna try this. Stroll is obviously a bit questionable here, but it hits Giver, it hits Vile, and it hits Path, all of which are very important cards to deal with. So this hand's great. We've got a Delver, we can answer their turn 2 Stoneforge, so we'll keep. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's go to 7. Swing. Back to them. The Guru lands are really great from our opponent. It's super aesthetically pleasing. Okay, they have an Arbiter. Sure. I think we're probably just gonna kill him before he does anything dumb. Although I suppose if we just keep 2 mana up for their turn, they can't really do much about it, right? Okay, well now I just want to kill him so that we can actually get in. Or we can play Snap. Okay, so we can play Sprite Dragon, we can hold up mana, or we can... I mean, I'm honestly kind of fine with just jamming Sprite Dragon. And then looking to abrade something next turn. It's hard, we don't have access to second red. So if they blow up our steam vents, we kind of get clapped. But at the same time, the Sprite Dragon's going to be a nice little clock in the air. Does get reset with Flicker Wisp. I think we're going to jam the Sprite Dragon here. If they don't have Ghost Quarter, we're just kind of high rolling it. Okay, they have Field. Sure. So Field's actually going to time walk them because they're not going to be able to cast a spell and field us. So they'll probably just not field us here, I don't think. But we'll see. So they swing for 2, sure. So we're going to go to 15. If they have a Flicker Wisp, that could be a little problematic. But I'm actually not too concerned about a Flicker Wisp here. In fact, I'm not even sure if I have any concerns of what they'd have here. Like, Stoneforge is obviously alarming, but we do have an Abrade to cover our bases. So, like, if they want to time walk themselves with the field of Ruin, I think I'm actually fine with that. Okay, yeah, so they're playing Mono Cats, which is whatever. This is definitely best case for us. So no reveal. We're going to go to draw. Alright, so we'll play a land. Go to combat. Bash for 1. Okay, we'll play a Delver and then we'll pass. So at their end step, I'm fine with just flashing in the Snapcaster. But I think I'm more likely to just deprive whatever they play this turn. So they're going to swing for 4. Sure. So we really don't care. I would like to get rid of this deprive, though. Get a counter on our Sprite Dragon. Get some cards in our graveyard. Give ourselves a decent Snapcaster target if we hit another land next turn. Like, our opponent has to have something here, right? We've been saving our braids and stuff for the actual cards that we have trouble beating. Not that we can't beat. I mean, we beat a Sword of Fire and Ice last game, right? Yeah, so, like, I'm fine with just chucking this at Dahlia this turn, right? I think I'm going to bounce an island. Argument could be made to bounce the Steam Vents in the case that they have a Ghost Quarter. Deprive lets it. We're slightly behind in tempo because we bounced the land, but that's something I'm fine with. But we've traded at mana parity at least, which is nice. And we're probably not hitting a land next turn anyways. Like, best case, we're hitting a spell off Delver, right? Well, it wasn't a land. Okay. We do get to beat with everybody still, which is good. Okay. Well, we're gonna have 3 Delvers again this game. We'll see if it means anything, though. I guess that's the real big question of the day. Is 3 Delvers enough to close a game if none of them flip? It's the opposite question that we had last game. So I guess they're wondering what they want to path. Sure. So we're not paying 4 for this. So we don't have to show them that we have no more basics, you know? So this is fine. We still have an ample amount of pressure, especially with this 3rd Delver. We just need to hope that they don't have anything too crazy here. I mean, a braid should be plenty of insurance. It insulates against all of their crazy stuff. Or most of their crazy stuff. Okay. So I smell a Restoration Angel here. Especially if they pass with this much mana. Yeah, I think we'll abrade if they pass with all this mana. Okay, we're actually kind of close to dying, so I think I'm going to abrade an Arbiter. Reason being is that we can pay this Delve tax, I think. Flip for me, my children. No. I be like that. Okay, so this puts 4 cards. Yeah, so we're gonna go to 6. Ah. Yeah. That's fine. That actually works out well for us. So we're gonna go Sinkhole Thalia. We needed that extra card in the graveyard. Yeah, playing around Arbiters sometimes a little unintuitive. This game would be so over if our Delvers flipped, but fuck. Fuck again. And that's just game, right? We were so close. We just needed them to flip for us, really. Well, we get to be on the play final, eh? So we're just gonna run it back. This should be fine. Yeah, I don't know. That's... Like to play first? Yes. Snap keep. We've only got one real land, but we can make this work. We can fetch shock, play this as like a half land, which is fine. Okay, well, we're gonna see if they lead on Vile this game. I don't really know. They should. They probably have Vile 1 out of 3 games, right? Okay, Life Giver. Sure. Flip. God bless. Right. Okay, we get to play Young Pyromancer backed up with Shoal next turn. We have a snag for there. Stone Forge, sure. Just snag this guy too, honestly. If we draw a land, we'll go Pyro plus snag. Yeah. Just play the Pyromancer. We'll look to fetch next turn, probably. Like, we'll snag it during our main phase or something. I don't know. We'll just take our beats. This card's annoying to play around. So we don't really know what they're working with here. And we can operate off of red mana this game too if we have to. But we do have access to the second Steam Vents. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So they do have the Ghost Quarter, which is fine. I'm really not concerned about this Ghost Quarter. Like, what are they going to do? Strip mine our Steam Vents? Yeah. Got it. This is fine. I'm actually really on board with this, you know? Like, I would rather they blow up our lands, you know? Because, like, they're setting themselves behind on mana, too, you know? It seems pretty alright to me. So they will not swing. Alright. Okay, we'll go to our turn. Draw. Yeah, so I think we're gonna just snag this guy. Begin combat. Bam. 6U. Your move, opponent. Yeah, so if they just replay Arbiter, we can fetch in response, get our tap Steam Vents, and then they straight up just die. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. There isn't a whole lot they can have here that gets them out of this spot. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they can play, like Blade Splicer or Thalia, that means that they're not just dead. But, like, we can fetch a Steam Vents, draw any land, except for Drawer Disruption, because we already have the Mystic Sanctuary. And they just lose, right? So, like, this Arbiter right here. Make sure we fetch, though. Alright. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. That was a rancid match 1, but we're doing alright. Kind of picked our heads out of our asses. Easy claps. Easy claps. Yeah, I mean... Oh my god. 10 messages. Dude, what is going on? Okay. You found our opponent. Alright. Yeah, I'm an MTGO. Resize yourself. Um... Yeah. I'm not sure if you have sound on or not, but we played against Amulet Titan round 1, lost in 2, and then we beat whatever Allosaurus Rider 5-color nonsense. I think we're going to keep this. This hand's plenty aggressive. We have selection. I mean, the Sanctuary's huge turnoff. Huge fucking turnoff. But this should play well against a lot of things. Okay, so it looks like we're against Merfolk. I think this hand can beat Merfolk. Yeah. Not sure if humans runs Basic Island anymore. It's a little concerning if it's humans. Not that Merfolk's that much easier. Merfolk's pretty fucking brutal, actually. And especially, like, with them on the play, and them starting with Vile, it's a little suspect for us to be able to win. But we were able to start with a, Delver of Secrets, and it's humans. And there goes our Bolt. And that blocks Sprite Dragon really well. Alright. That's fine. We're actually more prepared for this matchup with our Staticasters than we are for Merfolk. Obviously, a Braid comes in with both of them. Alright. Well, hopefully we draw a land and we can get this Young Pyromancer on the table. And then the turn after, we can play the Sprite Dragon and the Serum Visions. Okay, so Delver hitting either a land or a spell would be nice here. Okay, I meant like a non-creature spell. Thank you. Thank you, world. Okay, so draw. Hopefully we just hit the land. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we're gonna bottom the Disruption, top the Serum Visions. We'll play the Sanctuary tapped. Because I think I value having all of my mana next turn. And then we're probably going to Sprite Dragon plus Visions next turn. As I think having that extra flying pressure is going to be very important. Just like that extra counter. And then we can cast Young Pyromancers after that. The thing is, they're not cluttering the board, you know? Like, if they had a Champion of the Parish off that Vial, we might be a little concerned. Okay, well now Sprite Dragon looks a little bit worse because... well, that's a lie. I guess the power toughness on the Sprite Dragons matters even more now, right? Yeah, I think we have a fighting chance here. So we're gonna reveal this. Yes. Draw. Okay. So going to our main phase, I think... Oh no. Freebrew to take our Seer Visions is a little rough here. Darn. Darn, this is super rough for us. I actually just want to hold this insect back on, like, blocking duty. Because I just don't think we can race them from here. And that'll at least buy us some time to maybe stabilize with these young pyromancers. The Spread Dragon. It seems so unintuitive. Like, you almost always attack with Delver, right? But it's like, I don't see a world where we win the game when we attack with Delver here. And maybe that's just incorrect, but... So let's just jam the young pyromancer. We can play a Spread Dragon next turn, but... If they attack with everything, at least young pyromancer swings for 2. If they have like another Mantis Rider or something, it's whatever. Do you love it when you get a call and it's just some sort of spam caller? You're just trying to play a game of Magic. I'm trying to enjoy my life out here, and somehow I'm playing against players that play slower than I do. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. These freebooters have lined up really well with our opponent on the plan. Yikes on the second Mantis Rider. Yeah, we're trading. We're gonna just try to trade with their Mantis Riders and then win the Battle of Attrition with the young Pyromancer tokens. We'll see how that works out for us. My guess is quite abysmally. Okay, Delver, Sprite Dragon, and if we flip a Bolt next turn, we're kind of in business. And we can also just throw this Sprite Dragon under the bus because we don't want to lose. But if we end up not throwing him under the bus, it's alright as well. Like, I think I'm fine with taking 5 here. And then going to 5. And then just Hail Marying on the Bolt. Because Bolt is just going to totally swing this game around. Because then we get our other Bolt. Yeah, so I think we're going to take 5 here. Because I want to keep this Spread Dragon around. Just in case. So hopefully this Delver flips. Either off of a Bolt or a Serum Visions or something. And then we can get our... Okay. Shoal is fine, I suppose. So let's draw. So we can just go Snapcaster Serum Visions here. And we'll just kind of find more removal and then... yeah. Always healed. Always healed. Okay. Yeah, so we really need more removal here. Because we just need to force through this board stall. Which we certainly had a part in creating, but I think this was the only way for us to guarantee any sort of yeah. So now if they attack with their 3/3 Mantis Rider, we can double block it, which kills both of our guys, but we don't really have a choice. I really want more spells. If they cast pretty much anything, we're just shoaling it. But they're not going to cast anything for the rest of this game. Okay, so we don't even get blown out by Dahlia's lieutenant here. We really do want them to attack with everything here. And then we're going to just block the kite sails. Okay, so I think we're going to double block here. Which feels bad because it is, but... I'm fine with fighting just a little bit uphill, if it means that we have a chance of winning. Because we've almost run our opponent out of cards. So they've seen our hand, they know we have another young Pyromancer, so that's probably what they name. But if they name something like Lightning Bolt, we just can't win, right? Yeah. Okay, so we really need a Burst Lightning or a Snag. Deck, why? Yeah. Well, let's play another young Pyromancer. Okay, so we're only taking 2 this turn, which is good. Which is good. We've fought through 2 Mantis Riders, and with a Burst Lightning or a Vapor Snag, we can turn the corner here. Like, the game actually just ends if we draw a Burst Lightning or a Vapor Snag. And we've got 6 of them. We've looked through a decent chunk of our deck, honestly. Okay, so we've got this draw and the next draw, but that's it. We don't really have a whole lot after that. Just kind of, yeah, they've got Caverns for days. We'll see if they cast anything. We're really looking to just, like, Shoal, Pitch, Snapcaster, cast Spell Pierce, just dump 4 elementals on the battlefield, you know? Okay, we cannot really crack this. So, the benefit of not being just dead is certainly, like, not lost on me, but it's definitely excruciating at the same time to not really have anything going for us. These Freebooters really just tore us apart, and we did not draw any removal afterwards. So this is uncounterable. And it's also game. Okay. Well, on to the next one. I guess we're not in the next match. That was the first game, but we really hate counterspells here. Like, all of them are pretty rancid, even Shoal. I think Shoal is definitely the best of the rancid counterspells, but Gust at least hits Mantis Rider. It doesn't really hit a whole lot else. Snapper at least beats. Like, what does our flip ratio look like with this, though? Like, is it... It's just abysmal, isn't it? Yeah, we're at 21 instants and sorceries. Like, that is not good. Oh, what's up, Cold Night? Well, I mean, I guess that puts us to 23 if we run 2 more spells. I think 2 Shoal is definitely the best of the bunch. As maybe we can nab a Vial. But I'm not excited about any of this. Like, I think we're just straight up clapping for the rest of the match. Okay. We do get to be on the play. It would have been really nice to win game 1, but this hand is perfect. If we can't win with this hand on the play, I don't think we can win with any hand. Swampy boys. Yeah, no, it's just it's a fun card game. Oh my god. I've just had so much free time, I guess, during quarantine. So I've been juggling between playing MTGO and then AoE 2, and then I've been playing ESO too. Okay, so they have no turn 1 play, which is amazing for us. Definitely sign me up. Which means we just get to jam this young Pyromancer, and we can kind of go to town. We have so much interaction for whatever they play. Like, even if it's a Thalia, we just don't care. We'll pay 3 mana for an Abrade. Yeah, okay. That's good. Run it back. Shoal's a lot better when we're on the draw. Strangely enough. Or maybe it's not a whole lot better on the draw. Okay, this hand is not good. I mean, it's not the worst, but like, Shoal is actively useless here. And then we've got 4 lands. We have a Bolt and a Staticaster, but I just don't think that cuts it. This hand's a lot more reasonable. I think we're going to bottom the second Sprite Dragon, because I can't see myself casting both of them. But that might be wrong. We'll see what they play. We're probably just bolting something turn 1, and then, perfect. This is exactly the curve that we wanted our opponent to play, because if they started Vial, we would have just been behind on mana. Bad. Bolt. Okay. And then we're probably going to cast... Yeah, no, dude, that's ancient. Sometimes I forget just, like, how young I am compared to some of the people that I interact with on a daily basis. It's like, I'm from the early 2000s. Or, like, the year 2000 specifically. You're just older. It's all a matter of relativity, you know? Like, it's not actually the sense that you're old, it's just I'm young, okay? Okay, I think we actually are going to steal a match against humans. Our opponent's struggling on lands. We'll show them the removal spell. Wow. Okay, this is just ridiculous, though. We should not be winning against this deck ever. But sign me up. I'll take a win. Meddling Mage, name Bolt. Thalia, sure. Thalia's a little rough. So this is a real player. They're just having a rough time. So yeah, I should actually probably explain this to you, Alcolner. So we're playing MTGO, so Magic the Gathering Online. We are in round 4. Our record is currently 2-1, and then we're in game 3 of this match. So we're tied right now. But I'm trying to squeeze out like maybe a 4-1 out of the 5 matches this league, but we'll see how it goes. I think we're definitely interested in seeing all of. Yeah, we'll hit them for 2, and we'll just play a Delver and pass it back. Oh, no, bad. Take 2, Delver, pass the turn. Yeah, so we're doing pretty alright. We're not, like, absolutely crushing it, but this is a decent starting record for the first 3 games. And then we're in a very reasonable spot this game as well. Mostly because our opponent stumbled a lot. But, I mean, we'll take it. And they don't have a Mantis Rider, which is, like, an absolutely backbreaking card for us to deal with. Although we do have an answer for it. Sure, so they have a freebooter. Take our Braid. Yeah. Now we're left with a ton of dirtily Serum Visions. Hopefully we hit like a Bolt or something. Oh, no, it's all good. I've played enough games that I can almost autopilot. It's just when I answer questions, sometimes my clock goes down. Somehow we're playing against somebody that plays slower than I do, so I'm kind of chilling. But occasionally, yeah, I do get distracted, and I don't necessarily end up making a whole lot of mistakes, but my time does like tick down a lot. It's kind of like chess in that regard. So I guess we'll pass. Ah, that's not correct. We should have Serum Visions. Looked for something. Because, like, what are we going to gust on their turn? We'll see. We'll see. They might have something weird. Champion pair, sure. Name Bolt. We really do need to hit our snags, though. They hit us for 2, sure. Gonna. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Okay, well now we have the Abrade in our hand again. Once this Kite Sail dies, it's essentially like borrowing the card. And then if they take it, they obviously go to 1, which is not good for them. So they're sort of shoehorned into blocking here. But now we have a spell that we can kind of do whatever we want with. So we'll pretty much just wait, and if they don't play a blocker for our 2 guys, like, they're just dead in the air. So this is looking really good for us. Yeah, but we're doing great on time. We're ahead of them by like an entire minute. And then the board state's amazing for us as well. Like, we're obviously dead in 2 turns, but they're dead in 1, so... do not care. Yeah, we have to blow up this kite sail, and then that's game. So they can take cards from our hand, but it doesn't really get them anywhere. They can hit us for 7, but that doesn't win them the game. They don't have blockers. We had 2 almost lethal attackers. So I guess the thing we're most scared of here is them having like a Path of Exile or something. Yeah, so our opponent kind of stumbled on lands there. So they were on the play, which is really, really good for them in that last game. But they stumbled a lot, so they couldn't cast their higher costing spells, and it really allowed us to catch up from the tempo loss of playing second, which is amazing. I thought we were just absolutely fucking toast since they had the play for that third game. It's like map difference in Age of Empires, but like you experience in every match. It just kind of pendulums back and forth between the players. Okay. Sounds fine. It's a little interaction light, but we are an aggressive deck, so it's a little fine. Okay, we'll see what they're up to, though. Okay, this might be Shadow. Oh my god, we're playing against Mill. Alright. Oh, we have to fetch, so I'd rather fetch now. The reason I'm a little concerned about fetching... Okay, so they didn't have it. Perfect. So I don't have to explain it. But they have a trap card. It's an instant with a subtype of trap. And if we shuffle our deck with cards like Misty Rainforest, we can get really punished. But the thing is, I need it to fix my mana colors, so I don't really have much of a choice. I just sort of have to cast it and use it. So, since they didn't have it last turn, I'm assuming they didn't just... Well, I guess they had 2 looks. There's no reason to test Fate. Let's just jam the Sprite Dragon. Pass. We've got Shoal Up on 1 and 2. This opponent is also stumbling on lands, so we're just kind of lucking it out, which is amazing. I mean, sometimes that's what it is. You just get positive variance because your deck is very conservatively constructed, and then your opponent plays these like zany decks, and they just don't have the tools to beat you. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully, we hit a Serum Visions or something here. Be awesome. Nope. Drop. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we hit a Burst Lightning, so let's fetch here. Shock. Snapcaster. Target Burst Lightning. Yeah, so it's worth noting our opponent's deck is built around putting cards from our library into our graveyard. Because if you draw a card with no cards in your deck, you just lose the game. So it's just like an alternate method of attacking, right? It's like you can either reduce their life total to 0 or reduce their library to 0 cards. So they're just sort of trying to kill us on that other axis. But it does have its downsides. It's not like strictly better or anything, because we have cards that interact with our graveyard. So they kind of let us see more cards, and then we're able to interact with them. Okay, so they play another crab. This is fine. This is a very slow start. I don't think they're going to be able to beat us with this. But we'll see. Get plenty of orb triggers for them, though. Worth noting, Sanctuary is gone. Just got milled. Yep. Drop for turn. Hit land. Snag this nerd. Yeah. Now we have Snap Pierce up. Oh. This is really fortunate. Our opponent just stumbled too much, and we punished them really hard. Which is exactly where we want to be. Like, imagine them stumbling that hard, and then us just not even taking the lead and turning it into a win. Yeah, Liam, just give me a bit. I'm trying to finish this match. I'm just about to win game 1. We're currently 3-1. I am praying to God we don't manage to lose this match against fucking Blue-Black Mill. We're in game 1. Game 1 of match 5. And then if you're still muted, I'll type it in chat. Okay. So let's bring in a Braids. Yeah, no, that was solid. Single's fine here, but I think it just gets outclassed by other things. Really, our entire deck is kind of just streamlined to beat the shit out of Mill, which is really great. There's not a whole lot I could say I really want that isn't already in the deck, you know? Like, maybe Snag is a little bit on the weaker side, but it pitches to Shoal, so it's fine. Warrior Disruption might just be the worst card here. I think it's probably a little bit worse than a Braid, because a Braid has the benefit of hitting Bridge and Orb and whatnot. So I think we're just going to run it back. And this should be a very healthy 4-1, which is fine. I never managed to really 5-0 leagues because I don't play frequently enough. As again, I juggle between too many games. But definitely 4-1ing machine. Let's mulligan this. This looks amazing to me. Keep. Bottom. Like, we don't even have fetch lands. Like, this is just the dream, right? This is probably the best 6-card hand I could possibly engineer. Okay, that's a lie. But it is pretty good. Yeah, so let's see what they have. Definitely want to keep that crab off the table. They had a bad start last game, but wow. Alright, alright. Wow. What a fucking top deck. Delver, go. Alright. Alright, world. The world just wants me to not lose today. I beat humans and everything. Didn't deserve it, but we beat them anyways. Yeah, so this is the new Krabby Patty. It's pretty much this crab. It's just they have the flexibility of being able to target themselves. Get clapped, goober. They didn't really have a choice there. They were trying to fetch to mill our braid to save their crab, but just doesn't really work out like that. We get to beat them for 3. We're going to have double counterspell backup. Not this turn, but the next turn. Yeah, so this does almost nothing. Like, this is just a really bad replacement effect. So our opponent's not really seeing cards, so more likely than not, they won't even be able to execute their game plan, with or without us disrupting them. So they're just gonna flounder around, I guess is my best assumption here. Yeah, so like, grab is fine. Yeah. Fetch. Yeah, I still have 43 cards left in my deck. Library, I mean, I'm just gonna say no out of principle, you know? Like, it's definitely probable they don't find a whole lot there, but I don't want them to see more cards. So another Field of Rune's fine here. If they crack 1, then I get to just... Yeah, so this is fine. We're going to be abrading this crab, I think. We'll see what they reveal. It's definitely fine with... Yeah, no, for sure. It's super late for you, man. Or early, I suppose. But yeah, sleep well. I'll catch you, I mean, I could probably play some Age of Empires this weekend, if you're down. Just ping me on Discord, if I'm online. Alright. Alright, sleep well. Peace, man. Yeah, we'll go to our game. Okay, so we know they have a Drown on the lock, and then they have 2 unknowns. So we'll deprive this. They're going to Drown on the lock, but that's fine. Because we have the Abrade for when it hits the table. Yeah, so we'll snag this. So yeah, we're definitely alright with this. we'll blow up their artifact. Hit them for 3. Let's see what else they have. We have a replacement threat. Yeah. I mean, we had it coming for us, right? Blue. Island. Okay, we have 33 cards. We have to be a little careful. Put this one on the top, but only because we have the ability to shuffle it away. And I guess it presents almost... Yeah, no, it presents lethal next turn. Not that that matters. I mean, our opponent is going to mill us, right? Vomit. Sure. Yeah. So there goes our Vapor Snag. It's fine. Oh, they go to 3. Wow, that's a move. Alright. Well, we still have 3 bolts left in our deck, and we have 26 cards. We also have 3 Snapcasters, I think. Give me a second. Oh, they're gonna cling to dust, the end of it alive? Alright, that makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, we've gone through 1 Snapcaster. Or they went through it for us, I suppose is more accurate. Wow. I'd be surprised if we lost this game, but it's looking more and more likely. Yeah, so we have 2 Sprite Dragons, we have 2 Delvers, 2 Snapcasters, and 2 Young Pyromancers. That's kind of poetic, honestly. What is this, though? Like, we have installation against anything dumb that they do, right? I guess they've already exiled a Bolt, right? And a Delver. So yeah, we only have 1 Delver, sorry, and we only have 2 Bolts left. This cling to dust is freaking ridiculous, though. I honestly don't think exiling the Bolt is going to be that big of a deal. Because we're probably just looking to snap Burst Lightning. Okay, so we've got another Steam Vents left in our deck. Let's actually fetch that out before it gets milled. Shoot, I did not mean to yield that. Okay, now I'm not feeling atrocious about myself, but like they hit us for 6 cards next turn, so we have to be able to kill them, which we cannot do. We just do not have the power to kill them next turn. Yeah, like we needed to counter that Archive Trap. The only way we could possibly win is if they... Yeah, I mean, now they get to cling to dust. Yeah, I think this is just game. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Let's... I mean, Crackling Drake can be good here. I think conventionally it's not the greatest, but it is very large. You could try something like this. I don't know. Play first. Nice. Yeah, hopefully we don't get like quad archive trapped or something. We're a little item removal. We do have snag though, so it's fine. It's alright, we have snag. We're chilling. Okay, let's go. Fetch, shock, steam vents. Yes. Delver. Go. See if they have it. They do not. Rad. No archive trap from our opponent. Which means we can just jam this Sprite Dragon next turn. Really just try to get in there. The fact that it's an 0-3 means that Dragon's going to be a lot better than Pyromancer here. Well, the Pyromancer plays around... I think we're probably just casting this Abrade? I mean, I think we can afford to cast a Sprite Dragon this turn. I really just want to get them dead. I've got somewhere to go, and I can afford to get milled for 6 this turn. I also want to put other threats into play, because if they have like a single push, we get a little popped. And yeah, we're not ready to compete against multiple things anyway, so no. We definitely save ourselves 6 not damage, but you know. Okay, so this is tap. That's actually super good for us, because that means they don't have a push. Okay, that's also really good for us. So let's just go snag this guy. We'll hit them for 6. No. Okay. Seems like an odd hill to really like put yourself on, but you go opponent. Maybe they're trying to get down on cards to bridge us or something. But I just can't imagine them playing cards fast enough. We'll see. We'll see. Crab. Yep. It's a forced shuffle too, but they've already seen us search. Yeah, they have bridge. Okay, so we're on like plan volt. Okay, let's draw. We'll play a Young Pyromancer, so we're gonna go to combat, and what we get to do is we get to attack, and then we get to pump it. Yeah, we only get to pull that party trick once, but now they're dead to the young pyromancer plus the elemental. This is probably game, but no, they have the other crab, so this is not game. We do have the Serum Visions that we can cast. Get another elemental to widen the board. Maybe we can find a bolt or something. I don't know. Getting them to one is good. Bolt, snag, snapcaster, all of that's lethal here. Yeah, like they're in desperation mode. They would have cast any other spell here, but they need to get cards out of their hand. And it's very important that our young pyromancer can still attack here, because that is essentially what's making this lethal here. Woo! Alright, GG guys. I can do a recap in the Discord later, and then I'll upload this to YouTube, but just for record keeping, that's some good stuff. So 4-1, nothing crazy, nothing super flashy, but the shell works well. If people stumble, you can really get on top of them and then just beat them up. It has like a nice aggressive, evasive creature base. Nice aggressive, evasive creature base. I don't know. Say that 10 times fast. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.